The month has come and gone. I would love to share with you what I read in the month of May. I'm going to start with the best first, and that was undoubtedly Taiwan Travelogue by Yang Shuangxi, translated by Lin King. Absolutely loved this book. It recently won the International Booker Prize, and I personally do not believe there's a more deserving novel than Taiwan Travelogue. I'm not going to say too much about this book only because I have absolutely yapped your ear off about it at this point. I do have a full review on my profile if you would like more thoughts. The next were volumes 1 through 3 of the Emma M. Lyon series, officially called the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon. Series follows Emma, who is a young woman living in 1880s London. She has inherited a house that's called Lapis Lazuli Manor and an inheritance from an aunt who has passed. But unfortunately, when she arrives in London, she soon finds out that this fortune has been squandered and that the circumstances surrounding the house are much more complicated than she initially anticipated. And we follow her exploits throughout London. We're essentially reading her journals, of course, and her internal monologue is so entertaining and relatable, honestly. There's an element of grief in this story. There is friendship, transformation, a young woman coming into her own identity. I definitely see why the series is taking the bookish community by storm. While I haven't finished this book by any stretch of the imagination, I have been dedicating time to The Count of Monte Cristo. In all honesty, this book is very easy to read. It follows Edmond Dantes, who is on the threshold of every happiness, a woman who loves him, a job that will help lift him and his family out of poverty. There are people around him who are immensely jealous of this luck and fortune that he has experienced in his young life. They manipulate facts around his life, and it's all set in the context of the Napoleon exile on the island of Elba, his escape, the Second Restoration in France. The political context in this book is genuinely what makes it so deep and interesting. He's wrongfully imprisoned, and once he really comes to terms with what has happened to him, his journey through justice and transformation is really interesting. I feel like Robin Buss's translation is really straightforward, and I'm appreciative of that. And then last, I picked up this at the library. It's called A Suit or a Suitcase by the poet Maggie Smith. It's a very short poetry compendium, explores our relationship to the world both within our body and without our body. So it kind of juxtaposes the body and the mind, the self and the world, and how those juxtapositions at times and those oppositions can be a good thing or a bad thing. Putting it in the context of ourselves being this literal writing draft that we are constantly working on and editing. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.